and welcome back to Real World Magic, where we make your life more magical. My name is Neil Trigger, I'll be your host, and today we'll be continuing our series on creating worlds. Yesterday's video was a little long, so I decided to trim it and release it as a three-part series, which I've never done before, so that's exciting. But I wanted to talk to you about how you can make reality be whatever you want it to be. It's not exactly like Harry Potter or Dark Phoenix, like I said yesterday, or any other creationist theory. You're not going to have 6 days followed by a rest day in which to create the heavens and the earth. I'm talking real world magic. How does that work? How can you make someone think one thing is real and yet another reality is going on at the same time?
Our brain makes predictions, looks at the world, takes best guesses, fills in information. Everything about your waking life is subjective to your perception.
I need to talk about three things. They're called deletion, distortion, and generalization. And in this video, we're focusing on distortion, and it goes like this. Distortion is the second filter and is what allows us to make sense of the world around us. We can recognize people by distorting a mental record of them to fit what we see. Without our abilities to distort, we would continually not recognize friends if they had their hair cut or wore different clothes. And more worryingly, facial expressions could mean that our mental record and the visible face in front of us wouldn't match, and so the person in front of us would become unrecognizable. We need distortion to make sense of the world, but we can also use it to fool ourselves. The pareidolia effect is a good example of the power of distortion at work. Pareidolia is where you see a face in a pattern, and it may not necessarily be a face. However, distortion does not only work with images. Similarly, EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, which I'll discuss in another video, also uses our predisposition to distort things to pick out voices from white noise recordings. When I did a talk at Kitley House Hotel in Devon, when I was running a paranormal tour company, I played an EVP recording as part of the presentation. Only one person in that group heard what was supposed to have been said, and even then they reported having high frequency hearing loss and it wasn't particularly clear. Distortion is essential for recognising our family and friends, but we also need to make sure we know how to utilise this filter so that we can recognise when we might be making allowances for very poor or inconclusive evidence, especially with ghosts. In the next video, I'll describe how these filters work against us more dramatically to create a reality that may not be real, but for now, let's stop and take note of where we are. When tomorrow's video is uploaded, I'll put a link up here. But until then, you can either watch this video again or click here for the previous video in the series. Thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate every single view. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe for more of the same, share it with your friends, and if you want to be notified of future uploads, please press the bell button as well. I'll upload my next video tomorrow, but until then, stay magical.